I'm Video Buddy. I'm so glad you can play with me right now. I bet you're ready to get started. The first thing you need to do is get your Video Buddy handset. Take the suction cup at the end of the cord and stick it right on top of the black dot. Yeah, right there. Next, press the purple power button. Way to go! Now the way this works is that every once in a while during the story, we get to play. I'll ask you questions, and you give me answers. Okay? Every time you hear this sound, you get to answer the question. We're going to have lots of fun, so let's get started.
Left Peru and sailed to England alone. There he met the Browns and they took him home. He is friendly and polite, and he tries to do things right. But he gets in sticky messes just the same. He's curious and speaks his mind, but trouble's never far behind. It's Paddington Bear, he's one of a kind.
I'm Paddington Bear. We were visiting the Barbie Ranch in Montana in the United States to research a chapter for Mr. Gruber's book, The World and Its Wonders. So I decided to learn a little about steers. They breathe rather noisily when angry. They seem very attracted to the color red.
Mr. Brown, be careful!
And perhaps the most interesting fact of all, steers love marmalade.
I got the vermin. Now get going before you get hurt.
Thank you, sir. May I help by closing the gate?
My name's Billy Bob, and I don't need help from city folk.
He didn't sound very friendly, Mr. Gruber.
I think perhaps he has his mind on other things, Mr. Brown.
Whoa!
I don't believe that steer thinks Mr. Billy Bob is friendly either, Mr. Gruber.
You know, Mr. Brown, when I was your age, I used to dream of being a cowboy.
But who's going to teach us?
Why, the trail boss, of course.
The trail boss?
The trail boss is a seasoned veteran. I bet he'll be as rough and tough as they come.
You mean she'll be as rough and tough as they come? My name's Loretta, and this is my ranch. And I'd say you boys need some real cowboy duds. Good. Good enough, I suppose.
They wanted me to try on a 10-gallon hat, but I couldn't ever carry more than half a gallon on my head.
Well, that's all right. You can be my undercover cowboy and keep your eye out for cattle rustlers.
Cattle rustlers?
Your job is to protect my herd.
But who would want to steal your herd, Miss Loretta?
You never know in these parts.
And you won't know until it's too late.
Hey, it's me, Video Buddy, and it's time to play. Now, every time you hear this sound, press the button with your answer. Sometimes I even ask you to press 2 or 3 buttons for the right answers. So listen carefully. Ready to get started? All right.
Visiting the Barbie Ranch.
Even though the steer was angry at first, he liked Paddington because Paddington gave him some delicious marmalade.
About steers.
What do a steer and a cow usually eat? Pumpkin pie, hot dogs, grass, ice cream, or pizza. Press the button to choose the food that steers and cows usually eat. Steers and cows eat grass. They love to relax in the countryside and eat grass all day long.
So I decided to learn a...
Paddington discovered that steers can get very upset. When they get angry, they huff and puff and stamp their feet. One of the things that makes steers mad is a certain color. What color is Paddington's hat that seemed to make the steer angry? Green, orange, blue, yellow, or red? Press the button to choose the color of Paddington's hat. Paddington's hat is red. Whoa! It's a good thing Paddington shared some of his yummy marmalade sandwiches. What a good way to make friends. Paddington and Mr. Gruber were having fun on the ranch, but Billy Bob did not make them feel very welcome. Was Billy Bob being friendly? Press the green button if you think Billy Bob was being friendly, or the red button if you think he wasn't being friendly. Billy Bob was not being very friendly. It is important to be nice to your guests and to steers. Paddington wanted to become a real cowboy, and he wanted to learn how from a real trail boss. Who is the trail boss at the Barbie Ranch? Is it Loretta, Mr. Gruber, or Billy Bob? Press the button to choose who is the trail boss at the ranch. Loretta is the trail boss. After all, she is the owner of the Barbie Ranch. I think we'd better get back to our story.
Yeehaw! Ride up, cowboy!
If you want to be a cowboy, Mr. Brown, you're going to have to learn to ride a horse.
I felt like pointing out that it was Mr. Gruber who wanted to be a cowboy, not me. But it was taking me all my time to stay in the saddle.
Giddy up, buckaroo. Rope steer with your lasso. Giddy up, shout yahoo. You're a cowboy tried and true. A cowboy needs a horse to trust. A saddle, reins, and bit are a must. He always wears a wide-brimmed hat to keep the sun and rain off his face and back. To reach the stirrups is hard if you're small, but once you're up there, you really feel tall. Woo! Kick your heels to make him trot. Pull back on the reins when you want to stop. Cowboys work in all kinds of weather. Their job's to keep the herd together. If they travel long ways with the cattle, they might take a nap right there in the saddle. Woo! Giddy up, faster now. Ride your horse and rope a cow. Buckaroo, shout yahoo! You're a cowboy tried and true. You're a cowboy tried and true.
Yeehaw!
Well done, Mr. Brown. You must tell me your secret.
Marmalade. It sticks anything to anything. Would you like to try some?
No, thank you, Mr. Brown. I'll race you around the corral. Yippee!
While you city slickers keep Loretta busy, I'm just gonna help myself to herd cattle. Come on, shoo, shoo! Come on, shoo, shoo! Good steer. Good steer.
Hi again. It's me, your video buddy. It's a good time to play, wouldn't you say? When you hear this sound, it's time to answer. Let's get started. Cowboys wear special hats to keep the rain off their heads and the sun from shining in their eyes. Which of these hats are cowboy hats? Press the buttons to pick the 2 cowboy hats. This one and this one are cowboy hats. As we heard in the song, cowboys wear wide-brimmed hats. Hey, Paddington likes to wear hats too. He must really be a cowboy at heart. Cowboys and cowgirls have the important job of protecting the cattle on a ranch.
You never know in these parts.
How many cowboys and cowgirls are in this picture? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Press the button to choose how many cowboys and cowgirls are in this picture. There are 3 cowboys and cowgirls here. You can tell who they are by the special way they dress.
Your job is to protect my...
One of a cowboy's most important jobs is to drive the herd of cattle from one place to another. What does Paddington ride to drive the cattle? Was it a horse, a car, a tricycle, a skateboard, or a cow? Press the button to choose what Paddington rode. Paddington rode a horse, and it sure seemed to make him tired. Let's get back to our story and see what Paddington learns next on the ranch.
We've got to be careful. This herd hasn't been branded yet. Once you've finished your bath, Billy Bob, don't forget to clean the stables.
Yes, Miss Loretta.
Now, to be a real cowboy, you've also got to learn how to lasso cattle. All right, now it's your turn.
No mistakes this time. I'm gonna get me that cattle.
I hope I don't rope myself.
Why, I'm gonna have to get Billy Bob to clean up this mess. In the meantime, let's go have some dinner.
Whew, wait. There's no getting by them city slickers.
Thank you, Loretta. Or should I say, much obliged.
Well, I'm gonna hit the hay. Why don't you two just do me a favor and make sure the cattle are all locked up?
Darn tooting, Miss Loretta. Mr. Gruber, what did Loretta mean when she said her herd hadn't been branded?
Ranches mark their cattle with a brand to identify them. Without the brand, there's no proving the cattle are yours if they get lost. Good night, Mr. Brown. Don't stay up too late. Cowboys are notoriously early risers.
Good night, Mr. Gruber. I was worried about Loretta's herd not being branded, so I decided to surprise her. We woke early the next morning for more cowboy training, but we had an unfortunate surprise instead.
Oh no, Mr. Brown. The herd, it's gone.
This was the work of a cattle rustler, boys, and I need your help. Yee-haw!
Come on, move! You are the laziest herd I've ever rustled.
Hand over that herd, you rustler.
Ha! You can't prove this is Loretta's herd. She didn't brand them.
But I did. Mrs. Bird often says that once my marmalade chunks are stuck to something, they never come off. So I branded the herd with my chunks last night. This is your herd, Miss Loretta. Ah. Good lasso, Mr. Gruber.
Well, you fellas may not be your average cowboys, but you certainly have a knack for it.
I think it's more a matter of marmalade than knack, Miss Loretta. Oh.
Hey, it's time to play with me, Video Buddy. Get those button-pushing fingers ready. Let's go.
Don't forget to clean the stable.
Loretta showed Paddington and Mr. Gruber how to lasso a cow.
Lasso cattle.
A lasso is made from a rope tied into a loop. What shape is the loop? Is it a square, a triangle, or a circle? Press the button to choose the shape of the loop. The loop is shaped like a circle. Lassos are made of rope, and Paddington found out that using one is not as easy as it looks.
I'm gonna have to get Billy Bob to clean it.
Lasso and loop both begin with the letter L. What other words begin with the letter L? Lizard, tree, pig, dog, or lollipop. Press the buttons to choose the 2 words that begin with the letter L. Lizard and lollipop begin with the letter L. Trace the letter L with your finger on the floor.
This is your herd, Miss Loretta.
At the end of our story, Billy Bob was caught stealing Loretta's herd of cattle. Who proved that the herd was Loretta's? Was it Mr. Gruber, Loretta, or Paddington? Press the button to choose who proved the herd was Loretta's. Our clever bear friend Paddington saved the day. What a great idea he had, putting that sticky marmalade on the cows. In the short time that Paddington Bear spent at the Barbie Ranch, he quickly learned how to be one rootin' tootin' cowboy. Yee-haw!
The Saturn rocket. The first rocket ship to carry a man to the moon.
Pretty impressive, huh, Gruber, old buddy? Was I right or was I right?
Right as always. Visiting the Kennedy Space Center will certainly make a worthwhile chapter in my book, The World and Its Wonders, Buzz.
That's Professor Buzz Booster. I'm a top NASA scientist nowadays.
Jonathan and Julie had rockets on fireworks night, but nothing like this. I can't find the paper fuse anywhere.
That's because it's a very different kind of rocket, Mr. Brown.
You gotta stand way back when one of these babies blast into orbit. Yahoo! If you're through admiring the rocket garden, there's lots more I want to show you before launch time.
Did someone say lunchtime?
Professor Booster is referring to the space shuttle blast-off later today, Mr. Brown.
Yahoo! That's something to see.
I hope the space shuttle makes less noise than Professor Booster.
I'm afraid that comes from shouting over rocket engines for so many years.
I was surprised to learn astronauts go to school before they blast off.
This G-force machine simulates takeoff. Hold on to your hats.
It was far better than any of the rides at the fun fair.
Most exhilarating. I always dreamt of becoming an astronaut, but I never had the skill in mathematics.
I imagine astronauts must be very clever.
Indeed they are, Mr. Brown. After all, it is rocket science.
But I bet you never figured rocket science was so much fun.
Remind me to book you some driving lessons when we get home, Mr. Brown.
Good idea, Mr. Gruber.
Oh! What do you think, Mr. Brown? Do you fancy a trip in outer space?
Outer space?
Imagine a bear in space. Yahoo! That's a good one.
I think bears would be very good in space.
Hi there, I'm back and ready to play. Here we go with more Video Buddy fun. Paddington is learning about flying into outer space. That's high in the sky. What are some things you find high in the sky? A cow? the moon, stars, a pig, or a car. Press the button to choose the two things found high in the sky. The moon and the stars are found high in the sky. I love to look at the moon and stars at night. Paddington and Mr. Gruber had fun in the astronauts' training machine. What direction did they travel in the machine? Did they go up, down, or in a circle? Press the button to choose what direction Paddington and Mr. Gruber traveled. They traveled round and round in a circle. Wow, that's what I call a ride. Paddington took Mr. Gruber for a ride in a moon rover. That's a special kind of car that can drive around on the moon. Is Paddington a good driver? Press the green button for yes, or the red button for no. No, Paddington is not a good driver. He drove so poorly that Mr. Gruber even wanted to get him some driving lessons when they got home. But first, Paddington has a lot to learn about outer space.
I had a feeling this next stop on the tour would be of particular interest to you, Mr. Brown.
How will the space shuttle ever take off after they've eaten so much food?
The astronauts need a good breakfast. It's their last solid meal until the end of the mission. They eat special paste in space.
No marmalade?
Who needs a sticky mess when we've got the best that modern technology can offer? Give it a try.
It tastes like a cheeseburger. I wonder how they managed to get it through the nozzle, Mr. Gruber.
The development of space technology has led to many innovations here on Earth.
I wonder what flavor this one is. Ugh, toothpaste.
This is Mission Control, the nerve center of the operation. If anything happens, we're the first to hear about it.
It looks like you are prepared for every eventuality.
We pretty much cover all the bases. We don't like surprises in the space business. What? An astronaut slipped on a what? A cotton-picking tube of toothpaste? How the heck did that happen? We'll have to send up a stand-in. I hope this doesn't delay liftoff. Make way!
Oh, I think I'm in trouble again.
Hey, whoa!
Mr. Gruber, Professor Booster.
Ah, there you are. We must have changed the height requirements for astronauts. Suit up. Everyone is waiting for you over at the launch area. The countdown has begun.
Mr. Brown does have a habit of wandering off.
We can't have a bear running loose around NASA. What if there's a situation?
We'll find him. He can't have gone very far.
Kind of strange sending a bear up on such short notice.
Professor Booster must have changed his mind about bears in space.
It's always exciting watching the space shuttle blast off. Trust Paddington to get to watch it all from close up.
Here comes the shuttle crew. Some of the finest men, women, and bears.
It's Paddington. What's that bear up to now? He gets into enough trouble as it is without being sent into space to do it.
Call NASA right away!
It's me again. I'm ready to play the Video Buddy Way. Let's have some fun. Space food comes in a very strange kind of package. What kind of package does space food come in? A can? A bottle? Or a tube? Press the button to choose the kind of package space food comes in. Space food comes in a tube. The food must have been kind of mushy, but Paddington seemed to like it anyway. Of course, that bear is always ready for a snack. Paddington got to taste the tubes of space food. How many tubes did Paddington taste? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Press the button to choose how many tubes Paddington tasted. Paddington tasted 2 tubes. One was a yummy cheeseburger, and the other was toothpaste. He didn't much care for the taste, but at least his teeth were clean. Paddington stumbled into the locker room and put on a spacesuit. A spacesuit is made especially to protect someone who's going into outer space. Choose the suit that Paddington put on. Was it this one, this one, or this one? Press the button to choose the suit that Paddington put on to go into outer space. This one is the suit that Paddington put on. You don't suppose Paddington is really planning to go into outer space, do you? Let's get back to our story and find out.
Good to have you on board, son. Once we're in orbit, you'll be responsible for monitoring all botanical experiments, especially how oranges grow in zero gravity.
I happen to be quite an expert on oranges, but I never imagined marmalade with space-age chunks.
There appears to be a problem with the radio, Commander.
There's no way we can lift off without communications. We've got to warn Mission Control. But how? Without a radio? Okay, people. Best guess scenarios on how to re-establish contact. And make it snappy, the clock's ticking. We've got to stick that radio back in place.
Stick?
That'll take too long.
Take a miracle to fix the radio in time.
Space Shuttle! Come in, Space Shuttle!
It's for you.
It's lucky you always keep a marmalade sandwich under your hat in case of emergencies, Mr. Brown. Thanks to you, the mission got off on time.
I'm going to see to it that every space shuttle from now on is equipped with a jar of marmalade. There's so much you can do with it.
I imagine you're a little disappointed you didn't make it into space, Mr. Brown.
Not really, Mr. Grouper. Although it would have been interesting to see what would have happened to my marmalade chunks in zero gravity.
Hi again. It's me, your video buddy. It's a good time to play, wouldn't you say? On the spaceship, it was going to be Paddington's job to watch how oranges grow in space. Which of these are fruits? An orange, a radish, broccoli, a carrot, or a banana? Press the buttons to pick the 2 fruits from the food shown. An orange and a banana are fruits. Paddington could make a yummy fruit salad with these fruits. Oh no! The radio in the space shuttle is broken. What did Paddington use to fix the radio? A screwdriver, a hammer, a saw, a marmalade sandwich, or a wrench. Press the button to choose what was used to fix the radio. Can you believe it? Paddington fixed the radio with a marmalade sandwich. Now that's the way to get out of a sticky situation. A space shuttle is a ship that can fly high into space and then come back down to Earth and land on wheels. It kind of looks like an airplane. Which of these objects is a space shuttle? Press the button to choose the space shuttle. This is the space shuttle. It's amazing. Although it looks like an airplane, it's got a lot more power. Paddington tried a lot of new things today. Of the following choices, what did Paddington do first? Did he fix the radio? Ride in a training machine? Put on a spacesuit? Taste space food? Or drive in a special car? Press the button to choose what Paddington did first. Paddington rode in the training machine first, but he sure tried a lot of new things. Maybe next time he'll really go into space. Now it's time for me to blast off. I like that story. It's time for me to go now. I've had a lot of fun, and I can't wait to play with you again. See you next time.